welcome to day 13.
Hi.
We've just walked into the kitchen and you know the Amazon box that Jack loves? Somebody has stolen it, but Jack's not quite ready to give it up. You ready? Luigi looks highly uncomfortable.
And Jack's looking at me like...
And Jack's like, get him out of my box. Get him out of my box now. He should not be in my box. What are you doing, Lugs? He's not even bothered. Look, he's not even sorry. Bless. Wow, it's been a productive morning. Excuse the dog if you can hear that. She's licking. Stop licking. Rubeth, you're on the vlog. No manners. We've been and done the big shop this morning. Got that out of the way. I feel so relieved that's done. I should have done it the other day, and I've been prattling around, going to the supermarket and buying bits. But I've been and done it and braved the big shop in Tesco's, which, by the way, if any of you have not got a Christmas tree yet and you want a real one, the ones in Tesco's, the £25 ones, are down to £5 if you've got a club card. They're quite a decent size and they're in a pot as well. So Finlay really wanted one, but we have no room. We nearly got one, didn't we? The Christmas tree. There's just nowhere to put it and it would just get crushed into a corner. But I did like the ones that are in a pot because you can pop them in the garden when you're done. But £5 if you've got a club card, that's brilliant. And there were £25 last week. So I nearly bought one last week as well. But we just don't have the room for one. We just really don't have the room for one. I've got Zoom tonight, patron Zoom. So I'm going to try and get my crochet squares done today. Well, the 4 that I do. Because I can't really do crochet on Zoom. So I've done one. I'm just on my second one. I really like this yarn. It's pretty, isn't it? That was off my friend's Sue. It's gorgeous, isn't it? Love it. Smells all of Sue. I've made a coffee. I've put the heating on for a little bit because it's so cold. So cold. My little footsies are freezing. Absolutely freezing. And it's been sock washing day. I've run out of socks this morning, so I've had to wash all my socks. And I'm having to go through my socks because there's a couple of pairs that are in need of discarding. My pink and green ones that I made last year, they've all felted now. I think I might get one more wear out of them, but I don't think they're going to put up with another wash. And the stripy ones were one of my first pairs that I made. They're all starting to go, so best get knitting some more socks. What else was I going to say? I don't know. I'm not going to say that all the time on the vlog. But right now, I am going to relax, do a little bit of crochet. I need to put a Patreon post up. I shall do it in a minute. I've got to turn the computer on to do it. Might be able to do it on the iPad. I'll see. And yeah, just relax. I've got a blanket just on my feet. Look. A blanket just on my feet. My toes are so cold. I've actually got... Oops! Dropping the phone. I've actually got chill blains on my toes. Oh, right, I'm going. Just catching up with Alice.
In the summer, and I'm so happy.
Soxy Nana
I'm
Alice.
in a second on my whip.
Hello.
My next whip, there's 50. Oh, sorry,
she always
50
makes me
grams
smile.
in a ball, 231 yards.
Such
I
a
used
lovely person.
4 and a little bit for this, and balls. So that's.
Wow, it's freezing. Again, I've had the heating on for an hour. Just plugging the air fryer in. But now it's freezing. I'll draw this blind. That'll make it feel a bit warmer. Jack's in the way. He's going to have to... Another way, Jack. Come on, Jack. Jack. He's not moving. He's behind the blind. He's not moving. I'll leave you with Danny while I get food out.
Hello. Hi. See, the cat's just dying behind eating the food.
Oh,
Oh, what are you cooking?
Finlay's having hash browns. He loves these from Aldi. Absolutely loves them. and some fish fingers. Oh, nearly dropped one then. Into the air fryer.
So yeah, so hope you're all having a lovely day.
We've had a chill do it, just taking
Very chill
time up until Christmas, well, New Year.
Yeah.
We're just having a little bit of well-needed time off.
Yeah, so it's just a bit of a break from the craziness, which is going to come in a couple of weeks. Hope you're all looking forward to birthday bonanza.
Look at that eyebrow wobble when you see that.
Sound good. See my eyebrows on it. Yeah, hope you're looking forward to birthday bonanza in January.
Yeah,
I've just finished one of the gifts. Say gifts? Giveaways.
I'm just come on to you,
Oh. And yeah, so that's coming, so keep an eye out for that. Hope you're all wrapped up in your blankets. Got your cup of tea or coffee like Alex's, warmed up on the sofa, candles on, chilling. And yeah, so thank you very much for all the comments, everybody. Thank you very much for the new subscribers. I know I always say this, but it is much appreciated.
Last night's stew for me.
And yes, so take it easy, everyone, and I'll catch you later on. Bye.
Josh is having a pucker pie, half an hour in the oven. Oh, guess who forgot to put the oven on to heat? What a wally. I was sure I'd put that on to heat half an hour ago. I came into the kitchen to put the oven on to heat and I must have just made a coffee. Whoops. Whoops-a-daisy, that's annoying. While I'm here, oh, do you know, I'd get my own head if it wasn't stewing on. Tomorrow I need to clean the kitchen. Stuff is piled everywhere. I've got washing over there, I've got vegetables over there, I've just stuff's everywhere in the kitchen. I need to sort it tomorrow. Probably Thursday, so it's a busy day tomorrow. Jack and Danny are just having a moment.
Hi all. How are we doing? Like I say, how you just feed the camera on me and Jack.
I had to break and buy some Whiskers biscuits to mix in with the Aldi food. That's why Jack's sitting like that, because it's Aldi biscuits and they want Whiskers. Never mind. So I have got Patreon Zoom tonight at 7 o'clock, so I will get the vlog finished before then. Oh god, here he comes. Stuart.
Who's the fluffy one? The little line.
So tired.
He's never awake. Does the night shift. Stewie.
Oh gorgeous he is. Stuart. You're on the logo, Stuart. You've got to look more interested. You're
Never
the
awake.
logo. No, he's going.
Away from that bit there. Oh, oh, cheers, Stewie.
Thank you, Stuart. Straight in the sink. That was a clean tea towel. Now into the wash.
Come on, I'll take you back to your bed. You back to your bed.
Honestly, so I've got all my cozies on, I've got trackies on, I've got jumper, t-shirt, knitted socks. These were my last knitted socks today. So I've got some already dry and then some left on the airers. I need to do some more socks. I'm really enjoying the long ones at the moment, so I need more long socks because I've got a lot of shorties.
Yeah, but I still ain't seen any socks yet coming my way. It's called sock wash day today, wasn't it?
I did actually feel quite bad.
And how many pairs did you have?
27.
What? 27?
I did feel a tad bad.
And how many socks did I have?
We didn't have any in the wash day.
No, I didn't have any, you know,
You
handmade.
don't have 2 pairs of socks.
No.
It has 2. How many socks do
But the
you
colours
need?
were faded.
How many do you
No.
need? 2 is more than enough.
Well, I hope you're all having a great... Is it Monday or is it Tuesday?
I will make him some more
Is it
socks,
Monday?
everybody.
Is it Monday?
Yeah. No, it's not. It's Tuesday.
It's Tuesday.
It's Tuesday. I've just said we've got Patreon. And the bins have been emptied. It's Tuesday. It's been there.
That's how we know what days we're on. Well, I hope you're all having a lovely Tuesday. And you all, like I said, wrapped up warm, watching the vlog. And yeah, I'm done.
I do actually feel really guilty that he's only got 2 pairs of socks, to be honest.
Trust me, she's happy.
I have to make him some more socks. The thing is, right, when Caroline sent me
I want mittens, not socks.
the gingerbread yarn, bless him, he's walking around with holy socks on as well. I'm so bad.
I hear you were supposed to make me some, wasn't you? And you didn't make me.
When Caroline sent me the gingerbread yarn, I said I'm going to make some for me and some for Danny, and I've just cast them on for me. I'll make him some socks. So bad. It's now 5:30 and I'm just sitting and I'm putting the last of my Advent knitting in. This is the C2C, and then tomorrow's the last day on this row, and then I'll be on to row 4. I've discovered while I've been doing this a colourway that I really like, that I never knew I liked. Where is it now? Here. Navy blue and peach. These two. How nice do they look together? I'd never have thought of that. I may have to dye a yarn in navy blue and peach. Been having a sneaky look at the Wool Warehouse sale section, like you do. I've really got an inkling to do a cross stitch. I used to do a lot of cross stitch when I was in my late teens, and I don't know if any of you cross stitch. What used to frustrate me more than anything was when you were doing the stitches and the cotton used to knot. So I seemed to spend more time unknotting the cotton. You know, as you pull it through, it would just knot. So I seemed to spend more time unknotting the cotton than anything else, and I used to get really frustrated by it. But I've probably told you this story before. When I was about 18, my mum was really into crafts, like really, this is where I get it from. So just to sidetrack a minute, she had all sorts of things. She used to collect Prima magazines, and she never threw away a single magazine. So in the cupboard in the bedroom, there was just stacks upon stacks of Prima magazines. And she used to do loads of latch hooks and cross stitches. It was my mum that taught me to crochet. And she was really into crafts. She also used to hoard a lot of these things. So when I was sort of in my early teens, I used to live in Hornsey. And she used to own a garage. And she was working a lot. So sometimes, being really naughty, I used to go into a craft cupboard and just do a few of the projects, and she never really minded. But one day she had this tiger latch hook kit, and it was absolutely gorgeous. It was a massive rug, and I think I was off school poorly. She was at work. I was about 14 or 15. She was at work and I was off school poorly, and this latch hook kit was unopened in the cupboard. I thought, oh, I'm just going to get it out. I didn't ask permission. So I gets out this latch hook kit, and I think by the time she'd come home from work, I'd done a huge chunk of it, and she was so cross at me. I remember that. She was so mad. I think she'd been saving it and saving it and saving it. Yeah, she was really cross. So I don't know if, going back to my original story, I had this cross-stitch kit, and it was a big long rectangle lengthways, and it was a world map. It was just out of this world, and I can't remember if it was my mum's that she'd let me use or whether she'd bought it for me. I can't remember how I acquired it, but I had it on a standing, you know, you've got to put cross-stitching hoops. I had it on a standing one with rollers on the end because it was so big. And I'd done a good half of it, but it was taking so long to do because all the floss kept tangling up on the back that I ended up just giving up on it in the end. And I always think about that. I just think, I wonder what happened to that, because obviously not long after that, my mum, well, I'm saying not long after that, she moved to Greece when Josh was, he was a baby. She was here when he was born, and then she moved to Greece shortly after he was born. I went out to visit her when he was 8 months old. or 7.5 months old. So I don't know what actually happened to that cross-stitch kit. And I often think about it. I think I'd have more patience to do it now. So anyway, in the downstairs toilet, there's a place that's just waiting for a picture. So I'd really like to do a cross-stitch. And on Wool Warehouse, they've got one in the sale. And it's all beach huts, which I thought would be really nice. But I just don't know. So my point was, any of you that cross-stitch, how do you stop when you're pulling the thread through it knotting on the back? Because that's the one thing that puts me off. That's why I used to give up on it so much. So let me know what you do, if any of you cross-stitch. Because I really would like to get another one and do one. And I really like that beach hut one. Nearly there. She saw all the best craft stuff, did my mum. She really did. She once collected, there were some magazines around, a fair few years ago now, when the kids were really young. And it was where you could, did you sew a teddy and then it came with all the clothes to sew with it. She had all of those magazines to sew all the teddy bears, and yeah, she was really into crafts. But yeah, I won't mind a cross stitch. See if I can do one and finish it. I don't know if I ever actually finished one, that's the thing. I just remember the world map one. I must have had ones before. You know, you get the little ones, don't you, at Christmas time to put in Christmas cards. I think I've done a few of those. But yeah. We'll see. We'll see in the new year. Like I say, it's now 20 to 6. I need to end this vlog really so I can get it rendered and uploaded to YouTube, because it can take a while to process it. The other day it took ages and ages and ages to process. I don't think the video went up till about 9 o'clock because it took so long. Oh, got an itchy nose as well. So tomorrow Josh is at school tomorrow. It's his last day. They've been having a basketball tournament. And so him and a couple of other students and the tutor play basketball in the break time. And whoever wins at the end, the tutor is buying a present for. Well, Josh has been, I don't think he's been in last place, but he hasn't been winning. And when I picked him up on Monday, he said, I'm 2 points ahead of everybody. So I think he's going to be very excited to go tomorrow and see if he wins and wins the prize. I'll let you all know. The tutor's actually quite good. Imagine Josh is really good at basketball, but I think she's been quite good at basketball. Josh is normally really good at stuff like that. He's got the eye for it. He's got really into origami as well just lately. I tried to get him... years ago, I got bought an origami calendar, and it was like on a stand, and each day of the year you tore off a piece of the paper, which was that day, and it had an origami project on it. So you use the paper for the day to make the origami project. And I've thought about it today because he's really got into origami. And I thought, oh, I'll get him one of those calendars. But I tried to look on Amazon, and then as soonest you can get it here is the 1st of January, which is a bit of a shame because I would have bought that for him. So I think he'd really like that. Never mind. But yeah, he's really into his origami. I might have another look, see if I can get him a different one. Am I at the end? Nearly at the end of this square. But yeah, so I'll let you know tomorrow whether he wins the basketball competition. I think he might have been in last place, to be honest, because I was quite shocked, because Josh is really quite tall for his age as well, and he's taller than his tutor. I don't know how tall the other lad is, but yeah, bless him. I said to him, what's the prize going to be? He said, I don't know, because they get spoiled. They really get spoiled. He's always getting given cups of tea and sweets while he's in lessons. And I said, do you think she'll get you a packet of Mawams? Because she knows that he loves Mawams. So we'll see. I'll let you know tomorrow whether he wins or not. Oh, I'm on the last square now. And then all of my advent knitting is done for the day. The socks. I'll show you the socks in a minute, actually. Before I go, the socks are looking so amazing. They really are. They are 8 inches long at the moment, and they need to be 9 inches. There will be 9 inches by the time I finish them. And I've figured out how... Sorry, I'm not even looking at the camera. I know. I've figured out how to make sure I get every day in the sock. Oh, I have to edit this bit out while I'm just prattling around here. Hang on a minute. My skizzers. My skizzers. Right, the advent socks. Really like these. I'm so pleased I did this project. Oops. Look. Aren't they looking fab? They're 8 inches long at the moment. I'm only halfway through. That's one repeat. From the pearl bump to the pearl bump is one repeat. So I'm halfway through this repeat. By the time it's done, and I've got that extra section of ribbon on, they will be 9 inches long. They're so squishy. I'm definitely going to carry the ribbon down the foot. I'm really tempted to put it all the way around the foot because these socks are not going to be worn out. They're just house socks. And I would put it all the way around the foot, but I think because that's so thick because of the ribbon, the heel won't be. So I'm just going to put it on the top of the foot. Otherwise, it's going to feel really weird on the heel. But yeah. And what I'm going to do with these, or what I have done, is I've just done 5 rows on these because day 17 is the heel day. So I need to get to 16 colours to get all the colours in. Aren't they gorgeous? I'm so pleased I did those. Best project ever. That's my favourite project. No, it's not. They're all my favourite projects. Right, I am waffling. I'm going to go. I hope you've all had a fab day. And I will see you tomorrow for day 14.